Ladies and gents, welcome back. I'm joined by another guest in the studio today. Ryan, hello and welcome again. We've just dragged you off the stage. Literally, get in here, sit down and welcome. If you'd like to introduce yourself, if anyone hasn't met you before, if they weren't watching your session, introduce yourself to our audience.
So I'm Ryan Curtis-Johnson. I'm Director of Comms from the Valuable 500. Valuable 500 is the largest global CEO collective that are all driving and supporting to drive disability inclusion within the workplace. And just to give like a visual description of myself, I'm a white male with short brown hair, wearing a beige jacket and some navy trousers.
Oh, it's fantastic to say, because I know we're speaking briefly off camera about inclusivity, and that is one of the things that obviously we touched a lot on yesterday. We had a lot of sessions on it yesterday. Assuming that's a big important issue personally for yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's 15% of the population. That's 1.2 billion people that have a disability of some shape or form, and that can be, you know, and to exclude and not include them with any area of kind of life, but more importantly, while we're here today, events, and the use of tech to be able to sort of really make it inclusive for all, and that's the key, really, isn't it?
So there's enough people in this room to make it available, to make it possible, to make things accessible.
100%.
Why aren't we doing it?
And you know what's been lovely? Like, I've been around and I was on the stage talking about accessible events, but also going around and seeing some of the people that are actually exhibiting here today. And you know, you've got people like Cleartext and various others that are over here that are really helping to drive that accessibility, and you know, not make it an afterthought and make it part of the kind of DNA of your event from the planning stage. So I think it's really important.
Like you say, 15%, did you say?
Of the population have a disability. And with an ageing population, that's just going to go and expand even further.
It's a big area of the market that, you know, when we are trying to attract audiences to our events, you know, if you are struggling, maybe this is something that people really need to focus on. And, you know, for the bottom line, if not, you know, the moral and ethical side.
But I think, you know, from the bottom line side, that's 13 trillion they have a spending power of. 13 trillion. Yes. Why would you as a business want to get involved in that?
Who wouldn't want that in the back pocket? Who wouldn't want to? There we go. How has it been back up on stage? Yeah,
it's been really good. Well, it was really engaging, and what was really nice, there was loads of questions. So rather than sort of feeling very staged, it was a kind of free-flowing conversation, trying to really give understanding and meaning behind some sort of tools, resources to be able to drive accessible events, which I think is great.
Well, absolutely, and I think a lot of people have said that's the sort of vibe in the room. It is that sort of relaxed. It's just a conversation. It's not sales pitch after sales pitch after sales pitch. It's like, here's our solutions. What are you looking for? Tell us your problems, and we're here to work together and find solutions.
And a key point to that for me is it's great to have the conversations, but let's see the action as well. You know, let's see it how it's accessible from day dot. So it's really important.
That's it. Let's deliver on the promises. Do the business. Work
Absolutely, 100%.
Fantastic. And in terms of, I know you've had a little bit of a look around the show earlier on today.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's really stood out for you? Or you found those sort of wow moments? So that's really cool. That's really different. That's something I've not potentially considered or seen before.
I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say just being in a room with people is a nice after the last couple of years that we've had. I think what's really important and great to see is how tech can be innovative and kind of really enhance and sort of bring a new level to the event experience. And I think, you know, we've got to stop, I think, as an industry or as people who are paying for services, thinking of the cost and really more about what does it bring and the importance of why we need certain elements to this. So
I definitely think the word experience, like you say there, you know, it's really how, you know, we engage people, how we make them feel, and how we keep them invested in our
100%.
events.
Yeah, and I think even just the topics and the way in which it all kind of comes together is really important.
As I say, because I've been discussing the sort of diversity of topics this year. I think there's, from whatever your wants, whatever your needs, whatever your backgrounds, there's been enough for every
100%.
Type of attendee, if you like. Whatever your background, whatever your wants, your needs, your problems, there's just so much stuff going on here. You can tailor that with all the different stages.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I think it's like a menu really of all these various different things, but also as well, how can you use many of them to enhance it rather than just thinking, I always like to say, and our founder at our place is, we're not after the a la carte menu, we're after it being inclusive and accessible for all. So, you know, sometimes you need to use more than one thing to do that and make that happen. You can't just choose the one. So.
And that's it. And this is the place to be to find it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's it. There you go, ladies and gents. This is the Event Technology menu, and you can pick and choose whatever bits you want to get the perfect meal for you. Ryan, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you
nice
much.
to meet you.
And ladies and gents, we are going to go back to the main stage now. Event Technology at Scale, how Bloomberg leverages technology across a global events program. We're about to go live, so enjoy this next session.